Hey, everybody. We're here. We're here. We're here. Welcome to the live show. Uh, Saturday night hangout. Just hang out, bag and board, and talk comics or anything else is on your mind. So I'm joined with Matt likes comics. Hey, Matt.
Hi, everybody. Hi,
Uh,
Rich.
and good up and Adam, Mr. Adam. I think we got a few other people might be joining in here in a little bit.
Yeah, Adam will be on my show in a couple of weeks. I think you're coming in on the. Hang on here. You're coming in on the 8th.
Yeah, I'm excited about that. Yeah. And I think Rich and I will be next Sunday, right, with Hagen and Nate.
Yep, that's it.
Yeah, that's right. I think I saw
the Hangover
that.
show. Yeah, the Hangover show. So that'll be a good time.
That stuff you sent those two boys are hilariously good.
Yeah, that's awesome.
They're very great art, but they're hilarious at the same time.
Oh, thanks. Yeah. Well, there's another one being opened up very soon. So tonight, I
didn't get nothing in the mail.
No, sorry, man. Hey, you'll be on the list.
I'm joking with you, buddy.
Yeah, I sent something to Brandon from Mon Comics. So,
okay, cool.
Nice.
Yeah. So
I just actually sent him a link asking him to join if he wanted to. So.
Oh, very cool, very cool. Yeah. So he said he was filming an unboxing of everything, but
okay,
I don't know if he has any clue about anything that I've done or anything. So so it should be kind of funny. But yeah, I tried to do something he would dig. So that's kind of what I like to do. But yeah, the pieces for Nate and Hagen, they were just kind of like, I mean, they're crazy dudes. So it's like I gotta do some crazy stuff for them.
Those two have cost me so much money.
Yeah.
My next stackery when I order it is going to be basically all books thanks to Nate and Hagen that I ended up ordering.
Well, it's funny. I didn't bring them because I'm going to kind of save them for the show that Rich and I'll do. But I have it's kind of a used bookstore that's near where I live, and it is one of those places like there are stacks all up on the wall. You have to tiptoe to get around things. You definitely feel like you need to bathe when you get out of there. You know what I mean? And they have boxes and boxes of like dollar books, and there is absolutely nothing that is good. Like there's nothing worth a penny in there. But I almost wanted to like film just flipping through, because you wouldn't believe how bad the boxes are.
Man, that sounds like heaven to me, Adam.
Well, I was thinking like we would lose, like, you know, Nate and Hagen and maybe you, Rich, like we would just lose y'all in the shop. Like it's just you would be discovered years later, because it was just one of those things like you just pull out weird stuff I've never ever seen before from very obscure people. So I'll show some of that stuff off when we're there. So yeah.
Well, some of the books I picked up today. But hey, Eric.
Hey guys.
Hey, Eric.
Eric is another one that is responsible for the money I spend. I ended up buying that superhero, the Legends of Superheroes, or the bad ones there. I ended up buying that book like before that broadcast was over.
Oh, man.
The good old FOMO group. Eric's made me like an honorary member.
It's a great book. It was hilarious. But
yeah.
I'm like an honorary member of that club. I love it, though.
This is something weird I picked up in Pittsburgh.
I ain't all set. How do I?
Slick Times.
A
But
$3 bill.
it's Hillary Clinton, like kind of topless in bed. It's whoops day it is, and there's a $3
bill
Clinton thing in there, and yeah, So I was just like, but when you see this for like $1, you're like, yeah, I got to know what that is.
Oh, yeah.
You got to grab it, man.
Yeah, I wonder who did the Photoshop on that one, because I doubt that photo actually exists.
Yeah, probably. I would hope it doesn't exist.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Yeah. But how you been, sir? Where'd you go, Eric?
I'm here. I was just gonna go behind the camera because I'm still.
Oh, okay.
I'm. You ever get to where you're looking for a certain comic and you absolutely cannot find it? You know you have it still.
Yes.
But it's in some random pile somewhere.
I had that issue on Friday where I was.
And you get obsessed with it, right? It's like I just saw this book like 2 days ago, and it's a big book, so that's why I'm like, okay, it better still be here, and I can't find it for the life of me.
That's usually when I end up with a second or third copy because I think I have it, but I can't remember, and then I come across it. It's like, oh, okay, well, I got 3 copies.
Well, this is one in particular. I guess I could upgrade it, but it's like I don't really want to because of the money.
Right.
Yeah, it's an Aquaman. It's the first appearance of Black Manta. It's somewhere in this room. I just don't know where.
Oh no, maybe it's submerged.
I don't have my belt.
No, I had the same problem. Oh, excuse me. I had the same problem where I was looking for a book I could have sworn was on this shelf here. And like, did I file it? Did I? I went through like 15 different boxes because there could have been a few different places I could have ended up accidentally putting it.
I do that a lot too. Sometimes they get scooped up.
Yeah. So it was at the bottom of the shelf, and that's where I found it.
Ah, man, oh man.
But it took me 3 hours to get to that point.
And it's like I can't stop until I find it.
I know.
It's one of those things.
I'm a horrible video. I'm still learning to be a host of this stuff. Let's go to the chats here and say, everybody. Got Christopher.
What's up, Christopher?
Got JSS.
Oh, I see the guy I blamed everything on.
And then Mr. Richard. Hey, Richard guy.
What's up, Richard?
Glad everybody's here. Let's see here. Mr. Dope. They must have took a break from the 3-way. And Hall, yeah. Greetings from Nashville. Glad you guys.
I just picture them looking on one computer, but their heads are just right over each other's shoulders, and they're massaging as it's going along or something. I don't know.
Saying hey. There's Mr. He must have woke up from his nap. Mr. Hagan. And that's about it. So cool. So far, that's awesome. Thanks, guys. Learn the ins and outs of this stuff.
On the topic that we were talking about, I'm not sure if one of my favorite Twilight Zone episodes, I don't know if y'all big Twilight Zone fans, but there was a Twilight Zone episode where there were these people that built every moment of time, and they constructed a whole moment in time, and like they were in charge of 809, and that was the minute that they were building from scratch and everything. And so these people somebody got into the time where they were building that minute, and they went around a corner and it was totally blank, and it was like, well, it's totally blank because nobody actually is visiting here during that minute, so we didn't need to build that part of it. But it explained like why you look for something and you can't find it, and then you go back to the same spot like a few minutes later and it's there. And it was kind of like explaining that, because it's like, oh, the people in the earlier shift from 809, they failed, and so now we can actually find it. So
I always blame that on the Matrix.
I always blame that on I think it's a woman's power, like, because if it's missing and then all of a sudden, well, I'm looking for it, and you're like, oh shit, and sure enough, she finds it.
It's usually the kids that move it, right, and hide it, and then it's the woman that finds it for you.
And then she grumbles under her breath.
The glitch in the matrix, man. That's what I always say.
Oh boy.
That's one of those things. I always say that, like when I'm trying to pull out of my driveway or something, I can be sitting there letting the car warm up for 5 to 10 minutes. Not one car. As soon as you put it in R, here comes 5 cars. It's like there's that glitch in the matrix, man. So messing with you.
Rich, I didn't post pictures yet from our little unboxing last night.
Okay.
But I have them sitting next to me. Here, I grabbed this one. This one took a while to put together because I had to.
Oh, shoot. Hang on. Sorry. Wrong button.
Damn, I said the wrong thing.
Yeah, did he?
Oh, the horse.
Yeah.
I put him together. I was laughing like with glee, like a little kid. Oh, my God. The horse's head, is posable.
Oh, wow.
I mean,
that's impressive.
It came with a stand and stuff?
Yeah, it comes with a stand that's on a ball joint, so you can actually kind of pivot him a little bit.
Nice.
And then these little flippers here kind of rotate a little bit.
Yeah. Oh, sweet.
So I just put Aqua Bro on it for now. But yeah, this thing, I put it together and I was laughing. I was giggling and I'm like, oh my God, this is so awesome. It's heavy too. This is
it looks like it would be.
Yeah. And then I did end up getting that. Remember how I had an extra head? So I swapped the stealth suit Aqua Bro. Look at it. He's so happy. I'm so happy being stealthy.
It's the happy stealth Aquaman.
Yeah. Yeah. My wife doesn't like the wind-blown hair one, though. She says his hair kind of...
The ferret, the ferret.
It bothers.
The ferret, yeah, really.
Yeah, you could totally mod a ferret figure for that.
All you need is a little green paint for the face.
And then,
I mean, the ferret's even those colors.
That was
He's
my
even
favorite.
orange and green.
Which I'm going to bloody him up more with my Warhammer paints.
I was going to ask you if you've done it yet or not, but yeah, it's sweet.
And then, of course, the biker.
Yes.
Does the horse float? Have you tested it out yet?
I don't think he will. He weighs a ton. He'll probably drop like a rock. Yeah, I thought it was cool that he's a little bit posable, so you can put him up somewhere. Yeah, he's heavy though. So yeah, I got to post pictures of these yet. I didn't even get a chance to open any of the other ones yet. The Black Manta and all the other guys.
Well, Aquaman is in this month and last month's current World's Batman Superman World's Finest storyline.
Yeah.
I haven't read the second part yet. I've got it in my big pile here, but
I like the art for that series too. I really like the art, and I like that the stories are they're out of continuity, so they're
very Silver Agey.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. The stories, they have some kind of finish eventually, and it's fun. It's usually fun stories.
It's one of the best books that DC's putting out right now. It's stories like we used to like them. There's nothing behind them. It's just, here's the bad guys, here's the good guys, let's go.
Yeah. And I kind of like the new Justice League series too, because we're getting to see a lot of just really characters we haven't seen in a long time. Even if it's just a little bit, but we're seeing them actually.
And how they're setting up Airwave to be this big betrayer.
Nate ain't gonna like that.
No, he's not gonna like that at all. Hi, Steve.
Stevie D.
Stevie D, get in here, buddy, if you want. The link's at the top of the comments page. More than welcome, buddy. Always. But Adam, where did you we was chatting earlier on Instagram and stuff. Where did you get those John Buscema?
Yeah, so I got I think it was just on eBay.
Oh, really?
That I got. Yeah, so I can get it real quick if you want to
find everything on eBay anymore.
Yeah, he had sent me some pictures of some rough sketch that John did, John Buscema did, and I was like, man, that's on my top of my wish list of getting some of his original
art, yeah,
especially sketch pages,
because there's not probably a lot out there.
Hang on a sec, Adam.
Yeah, so I got
Oh, it's like a panel by panel too.
yeah,
Nice.
this is it's an Avengers prelim. It's I don't remember the issue right off the top of my head, but it's in the like early 300s. And you can see like and for a lot, if you've studied a lot of John Buscema, a lot of times he did these prelims, and sometimes they would just go right to the anchor to ink right off of this. So these sometimes can be, all that you have, but usually they pair up art like anchors that really knew him well. But this is, I mean, you can clearly see like Hercules and Cap there, and in there, and there's a little bit of Namor. You can see. Hey Hagen, here's
I see the eyebrows. You can't mistake those eyebrows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that hairstyle.
he tweezed a little heavily like the 90s, and then there's signature on there.
Wow.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing right there, man. That's
But
signature.
I thought this was extra cool. So if you also know a lot about John Buscema, like he just was constantly drawing on anything that he could find. So the back of this actually is totally sketched on too.
Oh wow! Look at that.
There's like some man. I thought this other page here is really cool because it's like a horse.
It's almost like he was just doing sketch studies. It's like let's draw a horse and practice a horse.
And this is, if you kind of see, it's like a cowboy that's like at a fire. And he loved drawing Western stuff. And so, so that's kind of the back of it. So I wasn't even expecting that part of it, but I was like, oh, dude, this is so cool. So,
yeah, there's a really good interview with him on YouTube. And I cannot think of the channel to tell you, but it is really good. He talks about that. He said he draws every day. He gets up in the morning, spends the first couple hours of the day.
That's an artist.
Stuff. Yeah,
that's a true artist there.
So it's a really good interview.
It was, just one of those things like, there's certain people I've just always wanted to have something from that, original wise. And that was one of them. And so there's there's a little bit, I was telling Rich earlier, like I'd love to have a Buscema signed book, but I mean, I guess this is probably better, but I'd still like to have a SIG on something. But it's one of those things you can only get what exists out there. And
me personally, Adam, I want the same thing. I want a book, but that right there, what you got is, I would probably pick that over the book. If I had two to pick from, I would have probably picked that sketch one over the book.
Yeah, I mean, it's just really cool to see the work. And I'm a big, like, I love to see the process of things, and I love so getting like pencils or prelims or things like that. I just think that's pretty cool too. So yeah,
I love that, man. I love it.
All right, I just went on eBay because that's what I do now after we talk about it. And I got a Conan one for you, Rich. $1,800 for an actual Conan page.
Oh man, that'd be sweet. Is that on eBay?
Yeah.
I got a couple other things I can show.
Okay.
Here, so we were just talking about Brandon from Mon Comics. I won this giveaway that he did. Man. Now, this was a Kickstarter. I'll probably do a little bit of a further review on this, but it's somebody that he knows, I guess, that did this Kickstarter, and it's.
I want to say it's his tattoo artist. I don't know.
Maybe. I think you might be right, but it definitely looks like that tattoo kind of style art. But just the use of blacks and stuff like that, it's just really cool.
I love black, white, and red art. I just think it's awesome.
Yeah, and I mean, there's some black, white, and red art for you.
There we go.
Yeah, but I thought it was it was a really good read. I enjoyed it, so I got that in the mail, and then I picked. This is a little risque, but any Adam Hughes fans?
Oh yeah,
got the cherry.
Holy moly! Yeah,
Yeah, number 24. It's all
I wonder if
pixelated.
Alan
so-
has that, because if Alan sees that, he's going to want it.
Nice job on the
he's
pixelation there.
probably already got it. He has everything. But
Yeah, the pixelation. Yeah, I just got that.
yeah.
Nice
She's like all the
pixelation.
little squares. Yeah, but they did they only did 250 of these, and they had, this is actually somewhat of a second printing because they had a red copy that I think they only did like 150 of, and it was gone within like 30 seconds, so I wasn't able to get that one, but got the blue one, and actually, like, I've seen them, there's not a whole lot of difference in the prices that these are selling for, so they're hard to find right now. And then a comic shop near me, and one thing that next week, for anybody that's interested, if you follow Four Color Fantasies, they're a comic shop. They're getting ready to do a charity every year that they raise money for a company that is called Winchester Literacy Volunteers. They're in Winchester, Virginia. And what they do is they ask a ton of people, and you can be amateur or professional, and they'll send you blank covers if you want to do a sketch for them. But they also hit up a lot of cons and try to get a lot of artists to do them. Like last year, they had a David Finch Joker that went for a good amount of money. But sometimes you can get some really good deals on them. I'm trying to think. I contributed, I think, 3 covers this year, but they usually get like 180, 200 different ones that they get there. So, but when I went up there to drop off one of my covers, I did pick up this graphic novel for self-help, and it's written by Owen King, who is Stephen King's son. I'm a big Stephen King fan. And I didn't get to make it for the actual his actual signing, but they still have some. So I got a signed copy. So yeah, so he signed it right up there. So
Very nice.
So that was pretty cool. And then also I'm a big Doom fan, as everybody knows, but this just came out this week. And I don't think that there was a whole lot of information about what was in this. This was a Doom one shot that they put out last year. Sanford Green worked on that with Jonathan Hickman. But there wasn't a whole lot of information about it. It just said it was going to have the Doom issue, and it also includes an issue of Runaways. And I was like, that's kind of weird. I'm not sure what's about that. But it's on a little bit of an oversized. It's not quite 11 by 17, but it's pretty big production pages to reread it. But it does include the script, some of the stylized version, and then he's got sketches of character sketches for all the different characters that he included. And there's a few pages in here that are really cool that are basically like all heroes, all villains, and things like that. And then he's got his storyboards and prelim kind of stuff that he did up there. And then they also included the whole thing just in inks.
Wow.
So I thought that was pretty cool. But yeah, here's one of the splash pages, double page splash of like all the Marvel heroes in there. So I thought that was pretty cool, a lot cooler than what I thought it was going to be. So yeah.
Cool, buddy. Cool.
That's pretty awesome.
Hey, Stevie D.
Hey guys.
How you doing, Steve?
Oh, I'm a little sore. We had a lot of windstorms in Missouri, and I got 4 oak trees in my front yard, and
Oh no!
I picked up 3 barrels of limbs today to put on the burn pile, and that's the most exercise I got in quite a while,
That buddy. There you go.
Yeah, you're also doing those sideway exercises here again.
Oh,
That sounds like a lot of work. Sorry about that.
you're lucky in that. Well, I mean, that doesn't sound very lucky. I mean, but at least it's not snow. We got snow again.
Yeah, no snow.
Yeah.
Oops.
Just as
Anybody
we're
got-
getting rid of it and things were looking all nice and springy, we've got 4 days of snow coming here in Ottawa.
Oh wow.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I think it's supposed to be back in the 50s in Ohio, so starting to get nice. But I can show a few books, or anybody else wants to show something first.
You go ahead. It's your
Sure.
show.
Yeah, well, whatever.
I'll
But,
go after you. You go ahead.
Okay. Well, let's see here. I got these are probably some I'll still show on next week's show too, but it'll still be good. So where's the let's see, let's organize these.
I don't
was
have
just
any rules.
if dope is still on. Well, I'll make myself big. There we go. Dope's still on. I got Stan still at number 2. He had showed number 1 on his I think it was on his channel. And then I'm really wanting to find the rest of these. Steel grip Starkey in the all-purpose power tool. What purpose power tool?
Nice.
The steel grip. He's got a
Oh.
steel grip and a power tool.
Looks like the list is getting bigger.
Yeah. That's number 4. Here's number 5. And then let's see, number 6.
Very nice.
Yep. And then
Thank
good
you,
old
man.
Richard Corbin. I've been looking for one of these, and I actually got this out of a 50-cent bin, so I'm hoping I can find number 2. It's one of 2. It's The Fall of the House of Usher.
Now did you watch the show on Netflix?
No, I haven't.
That was
That
great.
was a good one. That was a good one. You really
Yeah.
should
Okay.
watch it.
I picked it up because it's Richard Corbin. He's one of my dudes
Right.
I love to follow or pick up stuff. But yeah, I'll check that out, man. I didn't know they made it. Was it a series or something? Just a short
Yeah,
series?
it's 8 episodes, but it's
Okay.
it's pretty good.
If you're a
I'll check
fan of Edgar Allan Poe, there's a lot of little Easter eggs
Yeah,
through that.
and it's the same people and a lot of the same actors from the Haunting of Hill House. If you've seen that was also a good one, and so was the one afterwards that is escaping me now. But you
How
got
do you
people
make-
like. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm sorry, Matt. Go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you
Mike
off.
Flanagan. Yeah, it's all Mike Flanagan stuff.
Yeah, that's the word.
I was going to ask you, how do you make someone a wrench or give somebody a wrench?
Uh,
Matt?
You have to be out of here to do it. I think
Oh, is it okay? You probably have to do it
it's one of those
beforehand.
like you gotta go to the posts and then you gotta go look at something. It's
Yeah, it's
you're
part of
best to watch a
YouTube's,
video.
YouTube's little preferences.
Besides, I don't think you can give a wrench yet if you're not at 200, unless you're at 100 subs. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's fine, Richard. Go right ahead. I was looking at the chats. Richard.
He should at
Richard
least
being
have a
out,
screwdriver by now. Get a wrench.
Yeah, something. Yeah. Yeah, like I said, it's all a big learning process. But anyway, let's see here.
I learned by a video that's like 2 minutes long and it was perfect.
Okay. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
exactly what I need. That's exactly.
Yeah.
I have to. But the Man from Atlantis. This is number 6. I think I come across number 3, so I'm trying to find that out because number 7. So I'm not even sure it does the covers on those. But that one's pretty cool. Anyway, then Flavin' Carrots number 26.
I love the flaming carrot. He's awesome.
Yeah. Especially when it has like the turtles with them and stuff. And then I think Lyle showed this last night and I came across it and I was like, oh, I had to get it, elf thing.
Oh yeah.
He FOMO'd me, man. I seen that. So, and then with Dave Stevens, this isn't a Dave Stevens cover, but he did a couple of this character. I came across number 1 today, so I thought I just went ahead and picked it up.
Crossfire, very nice.
Yeah, Crossfire. And then this one, man, I was like, the cover, like I said, I'm always a visual kind of guy, but Blood is the Harvest. If Dope was on here, he'd really like that.
Yeah, he'd be all over that. I see
number
blood.
one, and then number two.
Very nice. That's a good cover.
Yeah, that cover of that dude, man, that's what really got my eye. I came across that one first and then found number one. So
I like how it said in the top, like all vampire action.
yeah. All vampire action. And then Clint, the hamster. From it's an homage.
I got
The hamster triumphant.
Yeah, it's an homage, Batman Returns, so the Dark Knight Returns. That's pretty cool, I thought.
Richard is saying that you could click on his name maybe and add him from there.
Okay. There's a star. I clicked on the. Let's see here. Did that do anything? I starred him. I don't know if that does anything or not. No, when you pick on the star,
you started a comment. That's what happened.
Oh, is that what it is? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't give you the three little dots. It doesn't give you anything. Like you said, it's probably one of those things I got to do beforehand. But
yeah, I think so. And like Matt was saying, you might have to get some more subs too.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, they might do.
I mean, you had to remember you had to apply and wait 24 hours before they'd let you do a live stream. Because you were and you still needed 50 subs to be able to get a live stream to begin with, and you had to apply
for it. Yeah.
Yeah, and wait 24 hours for them to activate you. It was.
They just want to make sure you're not a bot.
Yeah, that's part of it. Yeah, I'm sure of it.
Then got Nat Rat.
Birthday.
Yeah,
I like the Batman's homage.
It says celebrating 100 years old, so I guess it's the company, the Dimension Graphics.
It looks like the Batman 400 cover.
That's what I thought immediately.
Yeah, the happy anniversary, 100 years old. But it's illustrated by Boob Coon, Rosie O'Nosy,
Oh my!
Robin Redbreast,
Wow.
Sink Witch.
I think they're all related to was it Booby McButtface or Buttface McBooby?
Well, it's funny because it's on the cover. Yeah, it's on the front of the cover there, but it just how it does. It starts out like a normal name, Dawn Allen, then it went to Boob Coon. I went Boob Coon. And then I seen Rosie O'Nosy. I was like, what?
That's funny.
Yeah, that's pretty. He's got a Kiss belt buckle on too. You guys can.
All right. How's everybody out there?
And then definitely going to find the other two of this little series. Mike Manola, that's Zombie World. It's a 1 of 3. I got to find the other two.
Yeah, I pick those up when I see them because there's a lot of like little weird spin-offs. It was all in that zombie world, but they have a Christmas one shot that's pretty cool that I found. And yeah, just different subtitles. Zombie World, blah blah blah.
And then I got well, I'll stop there and let someone else show some stuff. I got a few more. We'll do another round, so you guys share the.
Well, I'm only going to be here for one round. I'm going to have to get off about 8:45. So
okay, here I'll put you on there.
I got a text from my wife. Not on me. So here's one that I'm sure Rich is familiar with.
Wow, is that actually a 3D comic too?
No, it's just
Now it is.
Oh, now it
He
is.
just has the glasses on. Yeah.
No, it's the Tick Incredible Internet comic. I am looking I've got a couple of free hours tomorrow. I am so looking forward to finally hitting some of these books.
Oh man!
And,
if you send me a list of what ticks you need, like I said, they're all over the place down here my way. So
yeah, no, like that. It's amazing. I can't believe you find so many because there's none up here.
no.
It's the same with Flaming Carrot. It's another one that's hard to find in my area. Here's Big Blue Destiny 5. I just love this cover because it looks like, it looks like an Arthur clone, or Arthur is a zombie or something.
It looks like Mothman.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was thinking that
Well,
too.
Arthur's a moth, right? So
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, it makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, that's his superpowers. He's a Mothman.
yeah. Yeah, all he has is that little suit, and he's an accountant.
Yeah.
Good with numbers. Here's a couple of Batmans that I think are pretty cool. This is $2.95. I just love this cover because it's like, the guy's about to shove the flaming sword into the woman, and he's some sort of magician,
Nice.
and Batman, we all know he's going to save her, but really.
Right.
And I like this one. This is $3.36. It's an Aparo cover. I'm a big
Cool.
fan of Jim Aparo.
Well, you
Yeah, I
know,
like him a lot too.
I did a video about some of his work not too long ago. I'm just here's another Aparo. It's $4.34. This is another this one story from 433 to 435 is an absolute great weird serial killer story that everybody should read.
Yeah, I agree.
yeah, it's
And here we go, Batman 481, yet Aparo again. But this is this is probably the stuff I pulled out for the Aparo book, for the Aparo video that I haven't filed yet. It's been a while, so. But forget that it's Aparo. This era of Batman had some of the coolest covers. Like between 350 and 500, the covers were just absolutely great. Like here's 483. Like he's getting blown up, or like there's psychos everywhere. It's just a lot of fun. We got Detective 634 here. I had this out last night, showing it on Biggie's show for the black cover one, but I like it because it's just, look at this Batman.
Yeah, that's really cool.
so cool.
He is on top of like a dead, like a half dead person on a log, holding on for dear life for both of them, because if you read the story, he's holding her up. So it's pretty cool. And this was this month's Detective. This just came out. I thought this was a cool cover as well.
Yeah, that's a cool perspective.
It's $10.95, so we're going to be having another big double issue anniversary soon. It'll be the first one to hit 1,100 from America.
Who did the cover art on that one? Do you know?
I think it's Jan. I'm not sure. Janet.
Okay. Yeah, that's a really cool cover.
Yeah, it is. I like that perspective.
Yeah,
this
is the A cover. This is the main boring cover, so to speak. So I tend to, and that's what I'm going to show this round, so someone else can go.
Anybody got it? Eric, Stevie D?
I got a few ready, unless Eric wants to go.
I got a lot, so I can split them up if I have to. So, well, you go, Steve.
Sorry, Eric.
No, that's
I'm a Marvel guy, but I do get a few DCs, and I thought this was a beautiful cover.
That's a beautiful cover. Yeah,
Batman number 10, and it's almost photographic.
Yeah.
And it's Stanley Lau it's a variant cover. And here's a funny one that I was looking for and found. And it's a good caption for this would be, Superman, you got to get your head screwed on right.
It's real similar.
And this Superman, it's his tomb. And I just thought that was a great statue of Superman,
Yeah.
It's $4.99 from 93, it says.
Isn't there another adventure cover that is a little bit before it that's all in silver with that statue?
Not to my memory, but
Okay.
it's possible. But
Yeah, they were making a lot of special covers and stuff.
yeah, so it wouldn't surprise me if there was, but there was a silver one for Steel.
Okay.
Steel one.
All right, and this is a modern comic. I love it's an elder Superman, and he's just so majestic, so stately.
Yeah, Future State. That's not surprising. That's a good one.
Yeah.
It's just really well. The composition I really like on this cover, and I dug out these 3-book series that I want to reread because I forgot it. All the super JLA Act of God, all those high-powered superheroes lose their powers, and the regular guys, all I can remember is Batman's having to go solve problems all over while these guys are trying to get their powers back. And that's the first cover. They're all in agony because they're losing their powers. And the second cover, their costumes are laying in the street.
They're running around naked.
Yeah. Except nobody can see the flag.
And that's when
He's a pink blur instead of a red blur.
Okay, and that's the moment the world discovered Kryptonians have 3 balls.
And this one, they look like they got their powers back. And I'm planning on rereading this because I forgot the story. I remember I enjoyed it way back.
I like the Elseworld storylines.
Yeah,
some people don't, but I like them.
Me too.
I like them. I've always liked them because like they've had the concept of the imaginary story.
Yeah,
Started in the 50s, in the late 50s, and a lot of the concepts that they looked at through that whole thing were great because they could just take and do anything because it wasn't going to be canon.
Yeah.
So like they could marry off Lois and Superman. They could.
It's like DC's version of What If.
Yes.
Yeah. My next one is Howard the Duck Giant Size.
Oh, very cool.
Number 1.
That dumb series. It's so silly.
Thief of
It
Bagman.
makes me laugh knowing that Alan's first ever comic book was Howard the Duck 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at him now.
Yep.
And speaking of a What If, this is if Loki was able to pick up the hammer.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
A lot of lightning on that cover.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
And I have one more. The Justice Society Returns #1 from 1999. It looks like an old timer. I haven't read it, but I like to cut.
There's a series of 8 of these, and they're all named after old. The only ones they didn't do was Action and Detective because they were still current. But all of the old ones, like the All Star, All American, More Fun Comics, they brought all those Star Spangled. Like they did all one shots of that stuff, and they're all Justice Society books.
Well, that's what I have for the first part. I'll dig out some more.
I did see right here. This is 424.
That's very similar. Yeah.
Yes, that is where they got it from.
That's where they got it from.
Yes,
so
that's where the
I was
statue
thinking
was
silver, but it's that 424.
That's the first post-crisis issue of that series, because the regular Superman series got renamed Adventures of Superman, and the numbering continued there, where they brought out a brand new Superman series. So that is the 423 was the last issue of the first one, and 424 there that you showed was the first post-crisis. So yeah, that's pretty cool.
All right, Mr. Eric.
All right. So since we covered last night, I dove into some Aquaman figures. I dug through some of my Aquaman boxes. I haven't looked at these for a while, so of course I was like, "Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one." So I'm going to start with actually not an Aquaman volume, but this is The Brave and the Bold presents number 82. I like this cover just because he's a zombie.
Is that a Cordy or?
That should be a Neil Adams cover.
I think this is Neil Adams. Yeah.
Okay, sweet. That's even better. Yeah.
I think I only paid what did I pay, a couple bucks for this. I found this at like an antique shop.
Heck
You
yeah,
know,
man.
it's a weird bag too. And then one of the things I think that started me down getting Aquaman comics was Adventure Comics, and this one is just classic Aquaman that I grew up with. He's riding a dolphin.
Yes, I just bought that as one of the last 3 books I needed for that adventure from the 400s.
Yeah, this is a fun storyline. I got a bunch of them here. This one's number 451. We get a little return of a
Starro's
villain
back.
there, Starro. Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I love seeing the fish with the Starros.
You know, I always see this and I'm instantly thinking, oh, why has he got Captain America's shield on the thing? Here's one that
That's what they need to do for the DC Marvel crossover coming up is
Yeah.
Starro. Yeah.
Now, you know the key for that? Do you know the significant key of that book?
I can't remember.
That's the book that Aqua Baby was killed.
Okay, yeah, that's yeah. This was I was looking for a low grade and I couldn't find. I was just finding higher grades and I was like, the heck with it, I'll just buy this one. So I guess that's a good investment, right?
Yeah, Black Manta kills the baby. So
Yeah, it's a pretty brutal one to have.
Yeah, that's
All right,
Just
so
for
that
a
was Adventure. So I'm going to jump into Volume 1. So we got
Nice.
First Mira. It's a little rough, number 11, but I think I didn't pay much for it. What did I pay for this? Like $50, I think.
oh wow, okay, yeah. 12 centers, man. When I come across them, I really have to look at them.
Another one. I just showed you guys this toy.
yes,
Yeah.
Number 12.
That's cool, man.
Yeah. Anything where
he's being chased by the cosmic gladiators. Run!
And then this one is where he marries Mira and he's crowned King of Atlantis.
And don't you gotta love all the ones with that can't breathe underwater?
Yeah, I love all the bubbles on their heads.
Wonder Woman. I never knew she could breathe underwater.
Yeah.
Or Superman. Yeah.
He's holding strong.
Man, too.
Manhunter.
Robin's got the aqualung thing on.
Yeah, so does Green Arrow. And,
Look at little Adam there on Superman. He's got a little bubble.
He's got a little bubble.
you know, he could have just stayed his regular size.
Yeah. All right, here's Big Book, number 35.
Nice.
It's a little rough, but I'll take rough over none.
That is one of the best covers in the first Aquaman.
Yeah,
So
I want to
is that
get
the
first
first
one where he's holding Aquaman.
Yeah.
That's on my list right now too. So yeah,
Is
this
that-
was a goal comic for me this year, so I was happy to get that.
Is that first Black Manta?
That's first Black Manta.
Okay.
And then
And
this
it's
one,
only like the second. It's only the second or third Ocean Master too.
yeah. So here's a bondage one, 43. Does it still work for dudes? I don't know.
Yeah, I think we'd prefer Mara,
Yeah.
but you kind of don't want Mara to do that in case she craps the bed.
It's number 54. I thought it was kind of an interesting cover.
Oh, my would execution.
And then speaking of Ocean Master, here's another one of him. We're getting later in the series now, 63. This series like really dragged out too, which was interesting.
Yeah,
And
they're cool.
what I find, what I don't remember is when did Ocean Master find out that he was Aquaman's brother? Aquaman always knew he was.
I can't remember. Yeah, I don't remember. And then here's kind of a cool super DC giant. It's like reprints of older stories.
Yeah, I love collecting those.
Yeah. Nice, cheaper way to get these old stories.
Is that a dolphin with feet at the bottom?
I don't know what the heck that is, but he does have feet.
Oh my God, he does have feet. Holy smokes.
This guy, this one over here, I don't know. He's got like a nose too.
Well, it says the shark with the human brain.
Okay.
There is
Oh,
a
like
species.
next step in evolution.
Yeah.
a fish that flaps across the mud.
But I can take a break Rich. I still have a bunch of more modern stuff, but
I'm going to have to say goodbye. I can hear people getting ready to. I heard the car pull in. So thanks for the invite. Thanks for the time,
Thanks for
guys.
joining, man.
Thanks for coming out, Matt.
Go, everybody. I'm having a giveaway tomorrow night, so come on and join me on the Superman Sunday show.
Yep.
And you might have a chance to win either comics or a gift card or a bell. So take care, guys.
All right, man. Thanks,
Bye,
Matt.
Bye.
Yeah, I got a few more. I'll show you the 2 big books I bought today. Bigger books, but they're both John Buscema there, Adam, Eric. So the Avengers.
Yeah, I'm kind of starting to make a list of key Avenger books that he did to go chase after. I'm not an Avengers guy, but just because he did them, I want them.
That's goes right into my Buscema box.
Yeah.
So and then Nick Fury, the Shield Origin issue.
That's awesome. I love that cover. It's one of my favorite.
And what's weird, I mean,
this nice looking for white.
Yeah. Originally it's supposed to be all white, but it's got like a really heavy tanning on it. It doesn't really pick up on the thing, but everything else is just vibrant as can be. The interior
looks like it's got dog ears or any kind of
no. That's what. Other than the tanning, the rest of the book is flawless, man.
Yeah.
I have a modern Iron Man that has the same background as that book.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. And then let's see here. Did I show these yet? No, I haven't showed these. Well, I got my weekly haul too. And sticking with, Absolute always, I went ahead and got the Flash. I'm going to try it.
My store sold out. I'm waiting for them to get reorders. They didn't get their full order.
Oh, wow.
So I didn't want to go driving everywhere and just find like a B, or a B, C cover. I just want the A cover.
The one
We
I
got
had
a ton at our shop.
They had several of those and the variant covers also.
Yeah, they got all their variant covers, but the A cover is just they only got a few.
And then the new question.
Isn't that a limited series?
All the Absolute, or no, this is all in, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think it is. I think it's going to be just like the Absolutes, how they're all going to be limited to a certain amount or whatever it is. But then I got the new Absolute Batman.
Yeah.
Got that.
It was pretty good. It was pretty good.
And I actually, a few months ago, I had them go ahead and order, thanks to my cousin Jamie. He knows I'm a Simon Bisley fan, and they did a variant. You did a variant cover.
Man, you know what? I was debating, should I get it? Should I not get it? Should I get it? Because I love his art.
Yeah, I do too. I love that. I actually kind of forgot about it, and then Derek at our comic shop, he's like, "Here's your other one." I was like, "My other one." He's like, "Yeah, the Simon Bisley one." I was like, "Oh shit, okay, yeah, I forgot all about ordering that."
Nice when it's sometimes nice and not nice when a comic shop knows what you like.
Derek's got my number, buddy. He definitely.
Yeah, mine does that too. He puts if it's got Wolverine on the cover, he puts it aside for me because he knows I'm going to buy them.
And then I think I had number 2 of this one, but I finally found number 1.
Cool.
And it's got the trading cards in the back.
It's still the card.
Yeah, it's still in a poly bag.
Man,
so
that's going to be worth millions.
Roy Thomas and Steve Ditko. And then came across this, the Fox. I'd seen it before, but I never really read Circle.
Red Circle, isn't that's part of Archie, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. I briefly glimpsed through this, and it really reminds me of Madman.
Okay.
How he's drawn and stuff, that style of art or whatever.
It looks like a plunger on his chest. Plunger head.
I got number 2.
Wow, he actually found 2. That's right there.
Well, he actually had a lot. He had 2 different volumes, like a series of, and this is number 4. So,
yeah, it does. I can really see the art style there, like you were talking about.
Mac, I don't know who Mac is, did that one. And then finally found number 1 of Necroscope. But
Cool.
Half Price Books put a stinking sticker on the book.
On the book?
On the
Wow.
book, man. And I'm terrified to try to pull it off. But it was only a 50-cent book, so maybe I'll come across a better copy eventually. But then speaking of Archie, I did.
Oh,
Archie versus
yeah,
Predator
that
2.
series. I got some of the first series. It's so weird.
And then I got number 2 or number 1, number 2. And then, he's sitting there like he's chilling, having a drink. But
Oh yeah, I like that. That's cool.
But also, I bought this. There's a guy, local artist. I've not met him yet. His name is, shoot, I forget his name. James White, and he don't have he doesn't have an Instagram, but you can find him on Facebook.
Okay.
And I believe he'll do commissions, but he paints on rocks.
Oh wow!
This is
That's
a rock.
Really
That's
well
pretty
done.
neat.
And they had several different ones to pick from. He gives them, puts them in that store. It's not the store owner; it's just a friend of the store owner. And I like Dark Side, but I told myself last week, I was like, if that thing's still there this week, I'm picking it up. I just couldn't.
That's
pass it.
cool.
And it comes with its own little stand. But like I said, all of them are different size rocks, shapes, and stuff. It's just really, really, really cool.
That's the best pet rock there is.
Yeah. Then I had these made. You come to Heroes Con, you might be getting one, Eric.
Hey, I want one.
Hey, it's got merch.
Big nasty.
Wow,
on
that's
YouTube
cool.
and
That's cool.
Yeah. It really, and it's not like a sticker. It's actually printed into the fabric.
They probably screen print it.
Yeah, screen
Oh, nice.
printed. It come out really good. Not too bad priced either, but
Man, I'm gonna put my hotel beer in that.
well, I spent my wad on that one. Okay. You guys got
I
anything else?
got a few other things I could show. I have. Would you guys be interested in like some role playing game stuff?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, everything
I
goes,
know.
man.
I know we're all kinds of nerdy.
I'm
But
starting
I've
to
gotten a lot of
discover
stuff
more
this
and more
last-
of us actually do role playing. So
Yeah. Well, this just came out this week. There's
Oh,
a Marvel multiverse role playing game, and this is the Spider-Verse expansion. So it's got a bunch of the characters in the Spider-Man universe in there. Yeah, I'd started a campaign, but have had to take a break for a bit. But one thing that's kind of cool is I have this whole Marvel campaign planned out a little bit, but and I'm DMing it, but I've gotten a bunch of different comic creators to record some stuff that I'm bringing into the
that's cool.
into the game. So
Yeah.
the very first one, I had this guy Aranga D. I don't know if you know Aranga D. He's an artist. He recorded something, and I also had, if you know E.M. Gist.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so E.M.
did
Gist
some-
recorded something, and we used that in the campaign. So it's kind of funny. But the reason I was kind of interested in showing some of the role playing stuff is Hagen mentioned his art piece that I gave for him. That I had the Monty Python role playing game.
Oh,
so
you
that-
got it to show off.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
My brain hurts.
There we go.
Yeah.
This is the book, but it has so much cool stuff with it. So
That's awesome, man.
It's got its own like DM screen,
Oh my gosh.
and all the little DM you can plop them into the top of the screen. And basically, kind of how you play is you create these different things, and the DM is called the Whole. Head of Light Entertainment, I think, is what it is. But you basically give merits and stuff, or demerits to different characters based on how they're playing towards you. So
Okay.
there's a whole bunch of that stuff.
Huh.
A really cool thing that came with was a set of dice. This is the dice case. It's got a whole bunch of different
Holy cow.
dice in there.
Sweet, man.
And let's see. What do you need to do your dice in? You need some coconut. So it came with coconuts that you can click.
Oh my God, that's merchandising to its highest.
Yeah.
But this is the really crazy thing. So along with the game, and I think they may have accidentally sent this to me because I don't remember getting this, but there's this whole extra game within a game that's called Fèche Lavage. And to pull this out, it's it's a wooden case.
Oh wow.
That's super nice. And it's basically, if you can see, it's backgammon.
Oh, I love backgammon.
But the coolest thing about it is
It's pretty nice.
it has let me get this out here. You put this castle wall into it, and it has these miniature catapults,
Oh, jeez.
and you launch animals over the wall. And that goes into the game somehow. So I'm reading up on that. And then the last thing, that was a Kickstarter I did that was like 2 years ago, and it finally came in.
Wow.
And then the last thing that I got that's role playing is this thing that's called Silver Plate. And basically, it plays off of 5th edition D&D.
Okay.
Same rules, but everybody is food.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah. So you create your character on what kind of food you are, how you were cooked.
Interesting.
And different things like that. And it's got a whole adventure module and everything. Things about to fall over. But it has like just really funny monsters like a celery saurus.
Oh, that's cool. The art looks nice though, too.
Yeah, the art's it's a really well done thing. But they have like a fettuccine hydra.
Wow.
All the monsters are food and everything is food. And there's like a chocolate, like a melted chocolate fondue fountain that's a big enemy.
My wife would absolutely love that one.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun, but there's a raging marshmallow. Just a lot of fun, silly stuff. But I think the group that I game with will like that a lot. So
yeah, that one looks cool.
Kind of fun and different. And
what was that one called, Adam?
Silver Plate.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm writing that one down.
The Tasty Lands of Silver Plate. And this slipcased edition had like a gaming screen and another. It has like a introductory or a set of adventures that you can just run off of it.
Cool.
Yeah.
Silver Plate.
That's it for me. That's good.
Oh shoot! Kicked him out. You're back.
Yeah.
I'm harsh.
Stevie, you got more?
Got more?
Yeah, I watched Adam's show on how he collects today. And he mentioned he was collecting Marvel team up, so I got a little stack. That's my
a little.
Very cool.
You get like me, Stevie.
That's the Human Torch, and he specifically said he liked the Fantastic Four characters in the series.
That's cool. What number is that, Stevie?
That's 10, but
Okay.
it's chewed up and it has water spots on it. And
I love this series.
Yeah, I do
Yeah,
too.
I like that. I like that issue with Kang in it. That one's awesome.
and this is a pretty good book here.
Oh, wow.
Spider-Man and the Werewolf. Looks like they're fighting on top of one of the bridges in New York.
Yeah. Brooklyn.
The Brooklyn, yeah. Here's Brother Voodoo and kind of like a bondage cover.
Oh,
That's a nice one.
that's cool.
That's 24. Here's 29. This is a good one. In one of the Iron Man stories, he's trying to teach Johnny Storm how to figure stuff out, and he sends him to the library, and he's all resentful all the way through it. And the Thing and Nighthawk, 34.
There's a hero you don't see anymore.
Yeah.
Spider-Man and Iron Man. I basically collect, as many Iron Man ones as I can,
You're
I
kind of
just
like
got that one recently. I think that's the first Gene DeWolf in there.
A Fine Night for Dying. Here's Spider-Man and Iron Man fighting under the influence of this villain. I can't remember his name. You read so many comic books, they blend together, Yellow Jacket and the Wasp. This is 59.
okay.
And Spider-Man and Iron Man and Whiplash are on the cover of this one.
Cool.
And this was a dumb story. Howard the Duck and Spider-Man, and the villain's name was Status Quo. He wanted to keep everything the same. There's a really good, if I can find it real quick, expression on Howard the Duck's face early in the. Hopefully, there it is. Oh, I opened right up to it.
Perfect.
Uh,
Well, that's pretty good, though. I mean,
Yeah.
consider it's Howard the Duck, a duck,
That's pretty good expression for a duck.
Yeah.
Here's one with Captain America and the Scorpions, the villain.
Well, I thought that was something else coming on the comic.
Here's 110.
The Beans of Joy.
Another Iron Man one.
Full start.
Here's a cool cover. I really like this one. 122, the man thing, and he's being absorbed.
Oh wow.
Oh wow,
That's
that's
really
really
neat
that's
one.
awesome.
Yeah,
That's
I like that.
And the last one is I got from Nate from Hall. Yeah,
Oh, yeah, you got to get that one.
150?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Barry Windsor right there.
yeah, 150.
That's the last issue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have that.
That's all.
The Marvel team ups were fun, and like Marvel 2-in-1, they were just
Yep.
like, sometimes solo issues, sometimes maybe like a 2-issue arc or something like that. But they were
It was
just
a lot of fun.
Yeah, and bring you into some different heroes or villains that you're not that familiar with. They were just kind of fun stories.
All right. So now I'm going to go into more modern Aquaman, and I'm going to start with the Aquaman that I know a lot of people aren't big fans of this costume. I don't know why, but I thought it was cool when I was a kid. Probably because it's so different, but it's Aquaman's limited series from the 80s where they gave him a new costume.
Oh, that's a weird one.
Yeah, it was all like blue and it had waves on it, and yeah, this was just a 4-issue miniseries, and what was it, mid 80s? I think it was 86.
See, that one head you have matches that one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And then I'm going to jump into the Aquaman that I know of from the 90s. So this is number 0 from the 90s series. And this is where he gets his hand chopped off and they replace it with a harpoon.
I remember that time. Yeah.
So yeah, this was kind of a couple.
That
I got
looks
a couple
like
here.
a ferret pose. Did they rip that off of a ferret?
It's typical 90s art. I mean, look at this one. This is number 16 where he's fighting Wonder Woman.
Look at them thighs.
Wow. Yeah. She's doing squats all day.
No doubt.
And then see, this one is Time and Tide. This was a kind of a shorter series. I think it was 12 issues. It kind of went back to more of a classic. I think it was like a flashback story.
He's got his other gloves on.
And then I'm jumping way into modern. So this is part of the New 52. So yeah, we're back kind of normal Aquaman here. $2. This is Rebirth #1. This was a B cover. I thought the art was pretty cool
Oh yeah, I like that.
with all the fish around them and stuff. I was actually last night imitating him, and my wife's like, "What are you doing?" I said, "That's how we called the fish." He went, "Boop, boop, 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 boop."
Yeah.
I used to watch that cartoon.
Yeah,
How is
they
that,
have it. I think I came across it on Max. I think it was. They have a lot of old stuff, old cartoons on there. And whew, it's a little rough to watch, but it's kind of a flashback.
Yeah.
So this one is from the 52 series. Kind of cool cover of Ocean Master there.
Yeah.
How was
Like
that Jeff Johns
fun.
run? Because I've heard good things.
It's okay. I think it's one of those that, he had some cool story ideas, but it's like when those stories were done, it's like, okay, floundered a little bit.
No
But I
pun
like
intended.
it. Still, it's entertaining. The thing I didn't like is that they kind of focused a little bit on how he kind of was shunned a little bit. People thought it's like they, how people don't really like him. They think he's corny. We kind of brought that into the comics, and I'm like, don't do that with the character. That's kind of, I didn't like that. Here's a classic Black Manta kicking his ass.
Yeah.
So this is from the Rebirth series.
Mm-hmm.
So this was, I think, the last Aquaman series, regular series. And this one, here's a cool one. Number 23.2. They did a bunch of these covers for different series. Let me see if I can get it to show.
Oh, that's nice.
It's not really showing. Well, there it goes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Kind
That's
of-
really cool.
I forgot what they call that, where it kind of moves.
Yeah. It's like a hologram.
Almost like a hologram, right?
Yeah.
So I thought that was cool. They did this in like a regular, like A cover where it didn't do that, and this was, I think, the B cover. So it's kind of cool.
On those new 52, Eric, did they change him in any way? Because I knew when they was relaunching them back then, did they change his
Pretty
powers?
much, his powers were still the same kind of thing. They just kind of updated him a little bit with the modern world.
Okay.
And I think in Rebirth is when they started doing this kind of. That's when we first started kind of getting the Aqua Bro look. His hair got long again. He got the beard again.
The Aqua Ferret.
Oh, that's a good cover.
Yeah, cool cover. They had some cool B covers though at the end of the series. And then I'm going to jump right into the new series. Well, actually, let me show you this one. This one was from Flashpoint. It was a mini series. I don't like this version of him.
Yeah, it's
It was weird. He was very militant.
tight.
Yeah, I didn't like this version of him, but
Sergeant Fury Aquaman.
Yeah. Well, I got a couple oddball ones here I want to show before. So this one was a favorite. I'm looking for the A cover of this. It was when DC was doing mashups with Hanna-Barbera, and this was Aquaman and Jabberjaws.
Oh, Jabberjaw. I was gonna say, is that Jeff?
It's hilarious. He goes into Jabberjaw's world. It's more of a comedy than anything.
Is it
Perfect
drawn?
mashup, though.
Is it drawn cartoony inside? Like,
No, not really. He's kind of realistic. Yeah.
okay, check that out.
Very weird. Here's Black Manta's own series. This is fairly recent, 6-issue miniseries. Cool covers.
Yeah.
If you want more of a deep dive into the character, it's a good series. And then this was part of his 80th anniversary. It's just like a trade. It's got some reprint stuff in it and a lot of different covers. I went with this cover. They did one from every decade of Aquaman, which was kind of cool. And you can find them for fairly cheap. But then we got the new series. So all in Aquaman #1. Pretty epic. I like Jeremy Adams' writing. This first issue was a little weird start, but they're on issue 3 now, and it got a little bit better. I mean, he's got different powers now. Him and Mara basically switched powers, so he can control water now, like she used to. So it's a neat new power set for him. So I'm excited to see what they do with it. And then of course, I had to get this one, some shiny.
Cool. Yes, love the '90s goodness.
And then this one just makes me laugh because it's classic Aquaman riding some ocean creature. They tried a giant turtle.
Yeah.
And then the last thing I'm going to show, where is it? Right here. For Aquaman, I am a big fan of these DC Finest collections. This one covers Aquaman from 1957 to 62.
Oh, that's
So
awesome.
That's
These
those
are
$10 books, right?
awesome. No, this one it's a bigger format than those ones, so it's like $40.
Okay.
But to get that kind of content, you
Yeah.
know how much money you would spend to get this original content, and here it's all right here for $40. It's great. I mean, they do go into the beginning of his series, like number 1, and I think 1 through 10 might be in here. I can't remember offhand.
Yeah.
But
That's
yeah,
sweet. Yeah.
classic Aquaman. I love this. If you guys see this, I can't highly, promote this stuff because I've been picking these up. I got the Supergirl one. I got the Plastic Man one. I think this week a team up one came out, which is pretty cool. So yeah, I've gotten a couple of these and I love them. It's a great way to get those old stories.
That's sweet, man.
All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Now I'm all Aquamaned out. I can relax.
Yeah, you got it all. Got it out there in the world.
I got it out of my system.
Got about it. Anybody else got anything or want to share or talk about? Or
I got a couple of little things I could share. Unless Steve, do you have more, Steve? Or
I just want to show you something I made today.
oh yeah,
yeah, hang on a second.
I'm going to do a show on more wins and grins from the dollar bins.
Yes.
There you go.
And I made a long box and comics cheap.
That
and
looks
it
like my
says,
long box. It's stacked.
Yeah, it's tight.
yeah.
That's
DC Marvel run fillers, first issues, Dell, Lucky Find, Keys, Indies, Treasures, and 4 colors. That's all the text that's on there.
That's how I press my book, Stevie. I just jab them in the boxes real good and tight.
That's all I had.
Well, I'm looking forward to that, Steve. That looks fun. I love dollar bin diving. I love looking at the books. I mean, if I'm not careful, my whole channel could turn into dollar diving. I mean, I have so many of those.
I like it when you reach back and grab 3 books and you table down and you go into them, why you bought them and stuff.
Right here.
Yep. I'm the same way. I'm 90% of the books I got today were dollar bins. Love dollar bins.
I was lucky when I was collecting my Iron Man and Cap Volume 1. A lot of that stuff came out of the dollar bins and that I was collecting in the 90s. So
yeah,
they were there.
Just for you, Steve, I grabbed a stack.
All right.
Here we go. First one. And I know these are supposed to be bad. Flash meets Jerry Lewis. We saw some of this. Look at this. Archie versus Predator.
Yep.
Kind of cartoony art there.
Yeah.
We got Atlas Comics, The Brute.
Oh,
kind of a cool one.
Yeah, I've been collecting the Atlas, trying to get all the Atlas books.
There's a couple right here. There's the Cougar. Different kind of cougar.
Yeah.
I don't know. She could be. It looks on the cover.
Well, yeah. Hands of the Dragon. A lot of these were like 1 issues, I think, if I remember.
Yeah,
right.
I don't have that one.
Morlock 2001. I think this was like a 3 issue.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's number 2 I got here.
Yeah, a lot of their books only made it 1 or 2 or just 1.
Guy's got he needs some ointment or something. And then this last one I grabbed here. I don't think this is a comic, but I grabbed it because it's Dave Dorman art. It's like this it's one of those hero samplers they put in that old magazine they had.
Yeah.
And I grabbed it just because of Dave Dorman. I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. I mean, it looks like, it's almost like a little short story, and he did some of the artwork to accompany it.
Yeah, cool.
Oh, wow, look at that one. Zombies.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
That Morlock 2001, I have the 3rd issue because it has art with Steve Ditko and Bernie Wrightson.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
Kind of different. Out of the blue.
Yeah, when did these come out? I want to see if I can. Wow, Milgram, L. Milgram artwork right there, which is kind of cool. So it's like a lot of those veterans came on to work on these. 1975 is when this one came out, and it smells like 1975. Woo! Some of these are a little ripe.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That was just for you, Steve, because I know you love when I dive in there.
Well, thank you, Eric.
I know if I would have went back a little bit more in that box, I probably would have found some Iron Man for you.
Well, I like looking at all the other stuff because I got most of the Iron Man.
Gives you something different. Yeah, you're kind of like me, I think, where if you see Iron Man in a cover, you're gonna grab it. I'm like that with Wolverine. If I see Wolverine or even X-23, you know, if I see them or Magneto too, I guess I'm gonna grab them just because.
You got a list.
Yeah, I got a list. I have a type. Let's put it that way. I have a type. And I'll grab it.
I have a couple things I can show to maybe turn some people on to some different artists that you might not have heard of.
Christopher's leaving. Night, Christopher.
Yeah, good night, Christopher. I don't know if y'all have heard of Jeremy Bastian.
Mm-mm.
No.
I know some of y'all are doing Heroes. He's usually at Heroes.
Oh, really? Okay.
I'm not sure where he's based out of, but if you want to talk about, I know some of you like that really intricate artwork. This dude, and he put out his next volume of this. This is like a trade that collected some 3 or 4 individual issues that he put out. But look at that detail.
Oh, I love that, man. That's sweet.
Oh, wow.
I mean, look at that stuff.
I love black and white line art.
Yeah. And one thing that was cool was I met him a couple of years ago, and I purchased this from his table because he had a bunch of his stuff up there, but then he did just like a little sketch.
Oh, wow.
Look how cool. That's crazy detailed. He did my name in like calligraphy kind of looking.
Man, that's
insane. And he just looked for him, and it was all just free. Like, let me just sign this for you. And that was definitely more than a signature, you know?
Yeah.
And this guy, I just really love his stuff. So I remember walking, I think it was at Heroes last year, and just walking by, like occasionally you just see something that just like stops you in your tracks. Mm-hmm. And that's the way this guy was. So I don't know if you've heard of this guy, De Jong. But he's
familiar.
He's from China. And his let me find something that's like his art is just absolutely outstanding.
Oh wow.
And he does a lot of like watercolor stuff. I got a great Emma Frost print that he did, and he's done like some Scarlet Witch stuff. He has some he's done a few covers. I have a Department of Truth cover that he did that's like one of the most beautiful covers I saw all last year. But definitely check him out. And he was like, well, if you buy a book, he would do a sketch. So I got him to do a little so he did a Dr. Doom there.
Oh, yeah. Man.
And this might say, screw you, I don't like you anymore. I don't know. But whatever that says,
one artist to another.
But his art is just
very intricate.
Yeah, it is
very intricate.
So I love that style. I love that style.
It was interesting. He was kind of in some news because some people thought he was using AI, and they were like busting on him for that. But I mean, I've seen him do his art live. Like, he's not doing AI. I think he just couldn't, because he barely speaks any English. Like, he didn't know what to defend himself with, so he just didn't respond. So like DC canceled a couple of covers that he was going to do, but
Wow.
now he's back again. So it's like I think they realized, oh yeah, he's not, he is not using AI. But it's like so good that they thought like he must be using something else.
Wow.
But I think I think he's going to be at Heroes again.
Okay.
But definitely try to stop by his booth if you can check that out.
Rich, we're gonna have to go into the artist alley of these kind of guys and track them down, and get some prints and just get blown away. I love looking at this stuff. I like watching them work too.
Yeah.
I remember when I met Joshua Cassara and he was at his booth working at one of the cons here in Chicago, and I just stood there for like 20 minutes while he was working on a commission, and it's fun to see him he's doing his line work, and he's such a skilled artist. And then we just start chit chatting too about, the craft in general. And he's more than happy to talk about it. I love when artists are like that.
It always blows me away when they're sitting there doing that with all that commotion going on at cons.
Yeah.
It's like, I barely can have one person in the room when I'm trying to draw, let alone be at a convention trying to draw. I couldn't imagine that. That's real talent, man. I tell you.
Yeah.
Well, you guys, you got some more, Stevie, or?
All right. Well, I want to show one book. I have a favorite book right now, and it's Michael Cho.
Okay.
And it's Simplicity. It's just so, everything's so well placed and 3 colors, and
I like the 3 color thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you ever met Michael Cho?
no, I seen his picture on Google.
Yeah, he so I met him. He did a bunch of covers for, I think it was Civil War II. And they're all kind of done as like fight cards of like Captain Marvel versus Iron Man or something like that. And he said he does a lot of those simplistic stylings based off of some feedback his wife gave him. So his wife kind of helps design what things are going to look like, and he actually draws it. But his line work is so beautiful. Yeah, I love that simplistic approach. But yeah, it's amazing.
Cool.
It just gets the essence of the character. I mean,
Yeah.
not a lot of splash and fancy, but
I think
and if you look at how he does the shading in white, like the reflections on the metal,
yeah.
it's sometimes you can just look at a cover for 10 minutes, just examining it, not analyzing it so much, but enjoying it. In great art conveys a message. I used to work in a visual and performing arts high school, and I'd go down the hallways, at lunchtime and in the morning, looking at all the kids' artwork. And it always surprised me how much talent such young people had. And like in music also, but more so in visual arts, I think.
Yeah, I think he's going to be at C2E2 coming up in about a month here in Chicago.
Cool. Yeah, I'm very visual too, man. It's exactly. I planned on when I go to Heroes to spend a lot of time in that artist alley and just checking everything out, because I feel like I can get books anywhere unless it's something I can't find.
Yeah.
Some of the hard to find ones, but I don't get to see artists like that very often.
Have y'all been to Heroes before?
No.
Okay. I've been the last 3 years.
Okay.
And they kind of, the way that they set up some of it is they kind of have some big names kind of intermixed with other people, so a little bit of a different setup than you see at some cons, but you definitely get to see and explore and meet some people that you probably wouldn't see at another con because they're like pushed off to the side
Yeah.
in some specific area. But they kind of do like an artist, they call it artist alley, but they do it and it's kind of like right in the middle of different areas of there. But yeah, you can spend some good time walking through that stuff. Yeah.
Well, that's cool that they mix it up like that then, instead
Yeah.
of like giving special areas for certain people. If they do it
Yeah.
that way, that makes it even cooler.
I mean, they have one area that's kind of like the biggest names, but it's probably more just for crowd control, so
Right.
they'll have
Yeah.
Chris Claremont and Roy Thomas and, some of those people that'll be where they can kind of manage the lines a little bit better. But then, you'll sometimes just stumble across like, oh, wow, hey, you're this person. And, I didn't think you would be right there. Yeah.
I'd like to see Jenny Frizen draw because I admire her work also. She draws females from a male's perspective, I think. The sexiness of the character.
There you go. Yeah. Another one that's going to be a C2E2 that.
Yeah. She'll be at Heroes as well. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
This is me getting out of the house right here.
But well, you guys got anything else? If tidy it up and
yeah, I mean, you're at an hour and a half. I don't know how long you want to go, Big Nasty.
no, that's good to me, buddy. I just wanted to come on and just hang out for a little bit and
You know
chat.
me, I have piles all right here. I can pull from anything.
I do too. I try to limit myself.
It's hard
to spread the love, so to speak. But thanks guys for coming out, man. This is always a blast. I'm going to try to make it kind of a regular thing, but I'm not sure. It just determines on how life is right now and stuff. But squeeze in when I can and spread the word and say, hey, I'm doing the live show's on, so if anybody want to come out and hang out, it's always open to everybody. So.
Cool.
But I appreciate everybody that came on tonight and everybody in the chats. Thanks for coming and hanging out for a little bit. And I know with summer getting closer, more and more likely people are going to be more and more busy. So,
yeah. Like Richard said, make sure you hit that like button and.
Yep. Yeah. Thank you, Richard.
We got to get them to that 100 subs so people can have wrenches.
Yeah. I'm pretty close. I think I was like at 90 or something, man. Last time I looked. I'm pretty close. What was I here? Let's see. Yep, I'm right at 90. So I'm getting there, slowly but surely. So
you're guesting on a lot of other shows too, so that sometimes helps.
Yeah, I go. We got me and Adam are going to be on the Hangover Sunday, and then I'm doing Gary B's on Thursday. On the 3rd, so April 3rd. So got a few more lined up. So it's always a blast.
I don't know how you keep going on these live shows and making actual regular videos, and man.
I was thinking about that today. I was like, man, it's been. I think tomorrow will be a week that I haven't posted a video, so I'm slacking. Yeah, I'm actually kind of slacking. So again, thanks everybody. Thanks for coming out and. We'll see you on the next go round.
Goodbye, everybody. Thanks for having me, Rich.
Yep. And stream, where's that? There it is.